Hello, 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 everybody. This is going to be another episode of Binge Bitches. Today we are focusing in on Charm School, the 2007 Flavor of Love Charm School that came around with Monique that starred all of those hot messes that we all love. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in our favorite hot mess, BEBE Gunn. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What did I catch you doing?
Good. A little stoned, trying to figure out the slide. There it is.
You figured it out?
Recovering from last night. I died yesterday.
You're going out?
No, I died yesterday. I had an edible and it kicked my ass and I threw up everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Was this a homemade or was this something that you purchased?
No, it was some strong ass edible that I bought in Chula Vista. And she slapped and she did the most.
So
I'm having issues with my life.
You need to write them a letter and tell them thank you, but not thank you.
I had the dosage that I had the other day and I was fine. Like I was really good, but I was fine. Yesterday it didn't want to settle in right. I turned into the Exorcist and I threw up everywhere.
Did you drink like the day before? Was that like a thing?
I mean, no, I had like a beer earlier that day, but I really don't think that affected it. It just made me really sick.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah. Well, then if you are doing an edible at home, please do not get sick like BEBE Gunn. Okay? So this is your PSA. Microdose, you can always do more, you can't do less.
Exactly, girl, and I did the most.
You did too much. That's not just the most, you did too much. Okay, I'm actually drinking a little hard seltzer over here, so I'm doing one of those situations again.
Oh, yeah, no, water. Oh. We've got water here. I've got my weed pen, but it's just this.
Nice. Here's our ASMR. Okay. So, how's Quar been for you? How's it going?
It's cute. Other than that, it's been cute. Still looking, for a place. I'm moving in at the end of this month. I'm hoping to North Park. So,
nice. Yeah, so you can stay like in the hood around everything?
Yes.
Okay. So if anybody knows of a place, this is our little PSA for Miss BEBE Gunn. She's house trained. She needs a place. Under normal circumstances, she got a good job. She got 2 jobs. So we're all coming back from that. So I have to take a sip of this because I opened it.
Yeah, go for it, girl.
And now it's popping. Okay, so let's pop. Let's talk a little bit. Let's go into a little bit of Drag Race chatter. Let's talk about it. Okay, so we have a top 4, but a top 3, and it's going back and forth, and nobody knows what's happening. So,
right?
Spoiler alert, everybody that's out there. So Miss Jackie went home this past week. We saw it. Writing was on the wall. She's been down there for like 2-3 times already, and this is how the cookie crumbled. Very, very strong top 6. Even if the poop pie did not do what the poop pie did. Like really, really good stuff though. That's the only thing. So that being said, I think we already know you're Team Crystal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We weren't too fond of the runway look. It was all over the place, honestly.
The blue?
Like there were some good parts and there were some just really questionable parts. And for it being the last outfit, I was just kind of like questionable, but
I think that was everybody's thing. It was like that's like a second number outfit if you have a third number coming up.
Word. Like, very that.
Yeah, it's not very like this is your eleganza extravaganza kind of a look because it
like if you're trying to experiment, do that back home. Don't do it on Drag Race.
Yeah. Or you should have experimented all the way to the point where this is going to be the one that makes everybody gag because it was a little bit weird. She kind of had like mashed potatoes in a bag body. Like the bottom half kind of did that, and so it was all blue, and the face looked amazing, and the light hit her amazing. That's the other thing.
Oh yeah, no, her mug is just so good.
Mm-hmm. And it crushed
a little yellow right here. That was adorable. It was all so cute.
Mm-hmm. The Gigi Good of it all. She's so good. Like,
oh yeah, that
really,
was
really
perfection.
Good.
Yeah.
So polished.
The whole like gender situation with the braces and everything. It was so cute. It was camp. Which
is good. She has a sense of humor and everything else. You just kind of see that she kind of stumbles over herself all the time.
Yes.
And then Jada. So Jada is just queen, excellent queen who just knows her craft. has won awards. She's got a crown. She's got this and that. And now we want to see like what else this bitch can do. So let's see.
I think she looks gorgeous. I'm really, I love her makeup. I think she's so beautiful. I think she's gorgeous.
No, absolutely stunning. Like that's the thing is you can't keep her eyes off of her. And then the other one got disqualified. So she's gone. Yeah, so the group high. So the thing is so when I was looking on like Instagram, so like World of Wonder is saying like, here is your top 4. They're now doing this new song. You can stream it on Spotify, the new song from the Las Vegas show and everything. But you know, they took Sherry Pie out of it, you know, and they're saying top 4. So they're just kind of eliminating her, I think, just completely. Like they don't even consider her a number in the season. So they're, as far as I think World of Wonder is considered, there was only 11 girls, not 12. You know what I mean? That's the situation. I think they're trying to like pull over his eyes.
Yeah, well, at the end of the episode, when they were saying, you know, are you team so-and-so? They didn't say team that. They obviously just skipped her.
Why? I mean, like, yeah, we've been telling everybody since the jump that she's not in the competition anymore. So, but I think a lot of people thought that they were going to at least bring Jackie back in and just say that, okay, she's number 4. So
yeah, I thought so too, but I doubt it's going to happen.
And then because when you look at the Drag Race official Instagram, the one with the little blue check mark, the one that we all aspire to blue check mark out, theirs only has 3 girls. So I think they're only going with 3. I think all the girls are playing Mario Kart on Twitch. Whoever wins is going to win everything. So I think that's kind of like the situation this year. So, because if not, I mean, like the thing is right now, like Bitch Puddin kind of like owns that Twitch platform, I think, in my personal opinion. She is the one who she's the first one who came out with it. A lot of other people kind of came up after her. And then I think a lot of people who are doing their shows are kind of basing it kind of on like kind of what she kind of put out there. So it'll be interesting to see what these girls are going to bring to the party. You know what I mean?
True, because I mean, I feel like everyone keeps switching to Twitch because there's so many issues with Instagram Lives and Facebook Lives with copyrights with the music.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why everyone's just switching to Twitch now, I feel.
Yeah, so or you have to perform a mix that's like 30 seconds of this song, 30 seconds of this. It's basically however long a TikTok is, that's how much you can do of the song, and you got to swap. So it's like you got to get somebody to get you a mega mix. So I want a Britney mega mix with 16 songs on it and 30 seconds of each song. Thank you so much.
I know them all.
It's gonna be thick. So it's gonna be fun to see like what happens there. I'm really hoping that they are not gonna deny us. If anything, Bravo pulled it with Real Housewives of Atlanta this past week, that they are gonna deny us a reunion.
Oh yeah.
Like this is the most like this is the season that we all want to hear what happened backstage. Please let us know. You know what I mean? And you don't have to have like Sherry there to tell her part, but let everybody else. And I also want to know what everybody else thought when they were like, because the thing is the rumor is that Crystal is her good friend. I want to know what was Crystal's reaction when she was at home and she picks up her phone and sees Sherry Pie did this, and that. Yes. And so like, what was that reaction that she's going to have? And do all the girls like call each other and like, fuck, what do we do, sis? What do we do? Okay, unfollow her. You know what I mean? Like, what was the situation?
Or did she even try to contact her?
She stopped completely putting anything. I looked at her Instagram too. She stopped putting anything on Instagram back on like March 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, well, so, like, right when everything went down, that was her last post.
Pretty much. So, geez, can you imagine? Like, you do all that, you get the pinnacle of what the world thinks you are, because the drag queen can make it without having Drag Race. Drag Race just gives you a nice big step. You know what I mean? Yes. Like you don't have to take all the steps. You just got an elevator to success. And so if you play your cards right, and so like
she probably had all these like plans to do all this crazy shit in theater or whatever in New
Girl,
York after the show.
My
she's
show,
have that to showcase.
Yeah, exactly. Because like even that little piece that she did with the 17-minute comedy thing that she was all selfish and took all that time for, that shit was good. And if that could have been something that lives over at the Tropicana, you know what I mean? that you're gonna go see that like that's a bitch who could stand her ground on a show that's billed with like a Jackie beat and with, you know what I mean? Like she's a new girl who's coming in that she can go with a jinx that you can throw her out there and she would have had it. Like she had the world, man. She had,
and she's young. She's so young.
All the preparation, all the talents, the skills, and then you get the silver platter of Drag Race that you're supposed to take the Drag Race mantle and just kind of take it somewhere. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, bitch, no, you're not taking this anywhere. You are just going to be here. And this is what you are. Like you, and the other thing too is like, at that point, people like myself who are booking corporate shows that are looking for corporate funding and whatnot, we already had our fingers in that Drag Race pool. Like I had already talked to a lot of your agents and your managers and that sort of thing. And it's like, okay, well, I want a girl from season 11. I would like a girl from season 12 who's on All Stars 5. So you know what I mean? Like, so there's a lot of that chatter that's already happening in the pro world that you don't like throw those like things out there. And so I remember back when I was first looking for my cast for my Pride show, we were looking, it was like, I wanted to know, and I'm not going to give names because I don't want to talk turn because I like my relationships. So the thing is, and I asked a couple managers and people who represent people, and I was like, hey, who do you rep from season 12? I don't want a full spoiler, but I need to know like Winner Circle, who's worth taking a second look at. And so they would send me a rundown, you know, like some people, and they'll be like, well, I don't know these girls, but I do know these two are going to be up there and I can get them for you. And this one's good. And I remember seeing Sherry Pie's name in there, like from the jump. And so the thing is, and then my show was cast and we had already like made the offers as of like February 7th. The show didn't start till the 29th. So the thing is I got lucky. I'm not going to say who I got because we're going to probably bring it back next year, just depending on what happens with the world. But I had a season 11 girl. I had a girl from another Drag Race, the Canada Drag Race. Like I had people that I was like looking at, that I was like trying to break through. And so some of that stuff didn't happen this year, but so I'm hoping that it'll happen next year. But it's kind of one of those things. It was crazy to be like, oh shit, I'm so glad I didn't say Sherry Pie because I knew who the bitch was, you know? And so that was the other thing too, so I'm glad that I didn't pick her, but I'm thinking about all those producers and everybody who picked her, who she was coming to you for Pride. So if COVID-19 didn't happen, these people might have had this bitch already on on contract. In a lot of places, I think, like a lot of prides, they'll be like, look, we can't keep you because X, Y, and Z, you don't meet our morality clause. You got all these things out there. We can't put you on our stage. So in some of those circumstances, she was probably able to walk with her deposit if she was that kind of a person. But in a lot of them, they probably just severed and just cut. Okay, you're done, cut. And so they were probably scrambling to rehire. But like, I mean, this thing is a machine. These girls they're products at this point. You know what I mean? Like you think that, like Trixie Mattel, she owns who she is. She's got her makeup line and everything else. But in a sense, she's like Britney Spears. She's a product. People are trying to sell her. She's got to be reliable. She's got to be insurable. She's got to be something. And Sherry Pie straight away was not. When you have that kind of controversy, you can't, when you Google her, what's going to come up? You know what I mean? And every single episode, they're going to start with a disclaimer and end with one. So anyways, long story long. So like this just kind of, it's interesting how they're going to be handling this whole situation. And I want to know what's going on with the girls. I want to know what the other girls thought. I want to know when they found out. Like, bring us that.
I want to know how they're going to go about in getting the next season of girls. Or, like, how are they going to cast, check background checks and everything,
But there's no way.
They do apparently background checks, but...
They do, and they do psych evaluations and everything else. But, like, what are you... This is something that World of Wonder could have never known about. You know what I mean? Like, and it didn't come out until like 2 days before the season started. So, like, come on. You know what I mean? It's just that, like, what are they going to do about it? So they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't, And so I feel bad for those people. Those editors got overtime. They got to edit a whole season. They had to re-edit it to get the bitch out of there Because, like, you know, the first episode, we're seeing a little bit of her chatter, and then all of a sudden it disappears. We don't see any more of Sherry Pie. You know what I mean? So...
And it probably costs a lot of money, all that time to go back and do all that shit.
That's manpower. Manpower, that's hours. You know what I mean? Like, when your boss is like labor, those people, that's labor on her. She cost the network money. It costs the network money. They had to resend everything back out there. Nobody over there likes her. She's probably, I mean, she's blackballed.
Damn.
What is she going to do with the rest of her life? What
Honestly.
do you do? What do you do for the rest of your life? You have, like, you no longer are out there. You're no longer something creative in the back bend, edit videos. Hey, BB Gunn, I'll edit your next video. Like, one of those kind of things. Okay, so that's our little bit of RuPaul's Drag Race chatter. Next week, I want to double check if it is the actual finale week. I do think I want to set up like a little like thing. We should get some people on here and we should all talk about Drag Race and like talk shit about it and all that kind of thing, and maybe give it its proper due. And then I might do a show like for Drag Race All Stars. Why not?
Why not?
We don't have a summer coming up. We don't have summer. We have to get a reason to like open a can of something to drink with our friends.
Exactly. I'm down.
Okay, so let's get into Charm School. So let's talk Charm School, everybody. Ham. Like, okay, so Charm School. We are talking Charm School 2007, episode 6 of this season. We are over the hump. This is like there's only 10 episodes. I was checking. And they sliced 2 girls this episode, so they're going to be getting that. They're trimming the fat very quickly now.
Yeah, they definitely are getting them out quick.
Absolutely. Listen, so if you guys are tuning in today, and you guys are watching along, and if you guys like BB Gunn, and if you don't like her, send her money. So on the bottom there on the ticker, you're going to see tip BB Gunn on Cash App at shik. And then you're going to also, you can PayPal her over BB Gunn 666. She is evil. Send her money so she can buy a Bible, people. No, but anyways, yeah. So let's get into the Charm School situation. They are on to Charm School commandment number 7. Thou shalt payeth it back. Did
you notice at the beginning of the episode they were like hella just setting up Shatar to like be like kicked out?
They were like, all Larissa, all Shatar.
They brought back all of her like fucking bullshit that she did in the beginning of the season. They're just like, girl, let's remind you what the stupid bitch did.
They had to remind you that she stole the model crystal. She stole her clothes. She hid them from her because they're setting up the whole story narrative for today about how Larissa's just pissed off at the world. They also bring that up.
Larissa hates everyone.
And then they're also giving Miss Laylene quite a hero edit. Like, she is looking like the sweetest thing. She's the battered, beat down mom.
Like
she's looking, oh my God. How many times is she gonna say my dead mom? It like after
my mother who's no longer living died of
my mom died. My mom is this, and it was like, girl, like, we get it. Like, it's getting sad now. like we know that you have an arc. And the thing is, and there was a little bit in there too that was just kind of like, I'm not sure. So they kind of they start setting up. So Dara gives us there's a lot of Dara in this episode too, because spoiler alert.
Yes. True.
But Dara starts off at the very beginning that, Courtney, she didn't need this, so she had to get out of here because she's already good. She's fine. We're the weirdos. She's
really good though. I mean, she's going on tour with Monique now, so good for her.
She straight up is. Okay, I'm getting warm in this little sweater. Can't do it. Sorry. It's going to be like stripping down, even though this isn't that kind of a broadcast. But if you guys want to send us money, it will be. Just anyways. Okay, so I love that. So Mo is setting this up that they're going to be paying things back. That's the whole situation this time. So it's going to be a charity event. I love that, like, okay, so you can go 2 different ways when somebody says you have to pay back. Some girls think charity. Brooke straight off goes to community service. Like she's like, they're gonna have us on a chain gang with people from jail, and it's like, ooh, that's where you went first, boo boo. That's dark.
I know. It's like, how did you grow up, girl?
Yeah, how like girl.
What have you been through?
Exactly. So they are told that they're gonna be doing charity work. They're going to be donating back to Out of the Closet, which is a wonderful organization who still does give back to HIV and AIDS relief and whatnot. So if you guys do know of Out of the Closet, please do give back to them. I know they're like in Portland and Los Angeles and whatnot. And
yeah,
sometimes,
they like West Hollywood.
Yes, and they have some cute shit sometimes in there because when gay people die, it goes to Out of the Closet, and it's really cute. So
and they be having some nice clothes.
That's why all the West Hollywood thrift shops and all the ones in Palm Springs always got the good albums. They got the good cutlery. It's because the gay people die and they don't know have anywhere to send it because they don't have kids. I'm just being real, people. No, just joking. So dark. Okay. So Mo, she tells them they're going to be donating the clothes off their back to Out of the Closet. And so they're allowed to donate clothing, shoes, purses, whatever they can fill a bag. And they're given these big ass duffel bags that they can fill. And they have to pick a partner though, because their combined donation is going to be what basically sets them up. Whoever donates the most in goods gets the most, is basically free from elimination. And whoever loses is basically 2 people will be going home that evening. So 2 people will have to go down to the carpet from that team. Which is shady, shady, shady. So again, let's pair them up and let's see who's gonna treat each other the right way.
Right.
So I just think this is so funny though, because they all just basically go around just digging on each other's clothes. Like, okay, well, I know.
Well, yeah, it's like you kind of have to be like, well, let me see her clothes. Like, she looks like she has cute shit that we could sell. I could go with her. Or like, nah, she's not gonna sell anything. Shay was going in on everyone. She was talking shit about so many people's clothes. It was fucking hilarious.
She's like, well, I know that she, like, I got 7 jeans, but she got cheap shit over there. So I know that her stuff, and then her stuff is just real bad and ratty. So I know that her, and then Shatar's over here. She's like, well, I wear couture, and I have lots of designer to get ball gowns that I know that they could absolutely use. I hope that they can use them there. Oh, girl. So I love here though that, like, yeah, I have Shay. Basically, she has the most expensive stuff. She feels that she does in her bags. Oh, I love when Mo, she shaded her there when she was like, or she didn't shade her when Mo was leaving the room, and she was like, "Oh, Shay, those are some cute shoes. You should probably try to give those." she's like, these are $124 shoes. I am not giving these. So. It's 2 things. Brooke gets Laylene, like, because she thinks Laylene has 3 suitcases, so this bitch is gonna have a lot of money, you know.
All the stripper clothes.
Yes, in stripper clothes, which we do find out later was not gonna be the case. Yes, and so, but it's all stripper wear. That's what I wrote in here. Shatar thinks that her gowns are couture? Question marks. Laylene then brings up this whole thing that, you know, she's looking for her mom's ring and she wants to give it away. And so, and I love, this is when Mickey's like in the room and she's like, Mickey's scared of them again. She's like, well, are you sure you want to give away the ring?
Oh my God, her voice.
I just want to make sure that you are okay with it. She's so scared. She's scared that one of these girls, she's scared that they're just going to like bad girls club her in a hallway. Like, just, you know, like, sandwiched between her and like the camera people, and no security is going to get to her, because that's the thing. It is kind of like prison up in this room, you know.
You never know when they're gonna snap.
No, you don't. You don't know when these things. So Mickey is just scared, and she's like walking around. Oh, and Safari, man, when she's talking, and she's just all.
She loses her shit.
Yeah, she's like, I don't have much. I bought what I have, and it's not fair. And I'm just thinking, and she starts crying about how, you know, when you don't have a lot to give, it's not fair. And then Mickey's like, listen, it's not the quality, it's not the quantity. Or she goes, it's not the quantity of what you're giving away, it's the quality of the heart. That voice of hers.
That and a lot of teeth, bitch.
And the quality of the heart. And so, what's it called? Safari's like, okay. And Safari, I can't tell if Safari is 14 years old or if she is 57. Like, I cannot tell how old this bitch is ever, the whole entire time. So, like, when she first starts crying, she looks like, like one of those moms that, like you want to help. And then by the time that she's almost done crying, she looks like a 14-year-old at like Hot Topic, that her dad won't let her buy something. So it's like, this girl is all over the spectrum with how old she looks. And it's just something I just noticed here. Oh, and I love that Dean, okay, I have another thing here too, is that Dean sometimes sounds like Shelley Duvall. Hi, hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hello.
She sure do. That's
yes. Funny. Mickey sometimes sounds like her, and I don't know why I wrote, hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. I wrote that in my notes. That's all I wrote. So this bitch is just, wow. So Brooke does not want to be responsible if Layleen does give this ring away. So that's something there that is going to be out there. And basically Layleen, when they get there, okay, so let's get into like when they actually start donating. Okay. The two guys behind the desk.
Oh, the little bi Latin man dude?
Yes. Like you can totally tell that those two guys really did work there. Those two straight up. Yeah, like they really did. They worked there. It was a situation. And so, and they didn't really give a shit. And you know that they probably both watched Flavor of Love. So they're probably like, oh, who's this bitch? Who's this bitch? Becky Buckwild was in here. But not one of them knew who Shatar was because nobody knew who Safari was because Safari only made it one episode. So,
oh, yeah.
so like, nobody knew that
she was so iconic, though.
Just for one episode, though. Now she became iconic. You know what I mean? She did that. She did that so she could run. She had to walk before she could run.
Yes.
So you have to fight a bitch before
with her Ugg boots
before you get famous. Yes. So it's funny though, because as they're looking through this stuff, so they have like they're flipping back and forth between these scenes, and so you have like Brooke and Layleen, and as they're pulling stuff out, they realize, okay, so if it touches the breast or if it touches the vagina, we can't give it away. Did you hear Layleen when she said there? There's a thing Layleen says under her breath, and she goes, "Oh man, I get to keep my beaded thong." Like, and it was like so under her breath, and it was like something I caught the second time I watched it. I was like, oh "No," she said, "Oh, I have to keep my beaded thong." So it is too much. Larissa and Shay, they get nothing for their designer clothes, and they thought that they were to come in there and get $150 for a pair of $200 jeans, and it was like, hey, bitch, these all go in a thing and they say designer and everybody pays $20 for them. Like, you are not going to get that much, It's not a consignment shop, you know what I mean? It's a thrift. And so there's a difference between the two. So one is very picky about what they take, and this one is just making sure that they meet state regulations, which means nothing with stains, nothing with holes is allowed to be donated, but you know what I mean? Like, it has to be, somebody else has to fix it. So it's a thing out to everybody. But Shatar and her stuff had stains inside.
Oh my god.
That polyester dress with like the hole in it, like the brown hole. And he was like, this isn't, she was like, well, I mean, it's a designer. And he was like, it smells funny.
She said that for everything. She's like, it smells funny. And then it was hand beaded, everything. And I'm like, girl, bye.
I love that Dara was like, he was like, stain, rip. She wanted nothing to do with
Dara was like cracking up the whole time. She's just like, fuck.
For real. And then we have the craziest part was the whole Safari. The boots. The $200 UGG boots that she got $15 for, who they turned around and sold before those people left for $20. It's like, how much to get those boots? So again, this is another scene too. I don't know how old she is. Her makeup is running. It is crying. She is beside herself with this situation. And so
she was throwing a little tantrum. It was cute. And then she was like, you know what? I got it.
Like, when my dog grabs something and like whips it back and forth on his head, you know what I mean? That's kind of how she was. She grabbed it and she would like whip her stuff around like it's
She started
mine.
pushing everything around.
No, you're not gonna take this. You're not gonna take this. You're not gonna take this. She blew her nose on like a shirt.
We were cracking up at the fact that the girls were in the bus, just like staring at them, like, "Oh my god, what's going on?"
Like, oh no, honey, no, don't do that.
I know they were really all like, "No, no, no, don't do that, girl. Stop."
Oh, but Becky is a trooper, man. Becky Buckwild, she needs to be famous again. Like this whole situation. Oh my god. Well, so she's over there and she's okay. Well, we'll just deal with it. We'll deal with it. You know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna give away as much as I possibly can because I gotta hold it down for both of us. And then Safari actually like breaks and like okay, she gives her stuff, and so I mean full on breakdown. And it's crazy when later on when Mo has that whole realization and she's like, oh, I see why you're so fucked up now.
Right?
That's
it all
like
makes sense.
it all makes sense. Your dad's gone and everybody took everything. This is really sad. Let's not stay here. Let's talk about something else. Like it's very much the energy in that room. I love okay, so Dara. Oh wait, no, we have then we have also the back and forth scene with Laylene, and she ends up they have given up almost a lot of things. She couldn't give away a lot of her clothes because a lot of it's stripper wear, so it's like bras and whatnot. So she ends up giving the ring. She pulls it off. Do you think it was really her mom's ring?
Girl, we don't know. It could have and it couldn't, you know.
So my thoughts behind this, and this is so random, is like, was it a situation where maybe it was her mom's ring and she did do that? That's situation number one. Number two, she might have just had a nice ring that maybe she, like an ex-boyfriend gave her an engagement, that sort of a situation, and you hold on to that. Excuse me, because it's like it's worth money and like so why not? And so is this where she did this? You know what I mean? Like is she made up a story and she really, really backed it up, which would be great. We're very well done. You did your job. So anyways, these girls go back, they go home, and as they get home, it's just basically, okay, so you guys, tomorrow's elimination. We'll let you guys know who won in a little bit. And this is the fight between Dara and Safari. And
but do you remember right before they go back to the school when Safari saw that the old lady bought the boots? And she ran up to her and she's like, "How much you pay for the boots?"
$20. She goes. The lady was like, "They're Uggs. I got them for $20." Like you're like, "Oh no, she didn't." She just like totally like she went there on this bitch. She doesn't know the struggle this bitch just went through, or she did and she was like, "I need those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk past her." Because I probably would have done that. Like, why not? It's LA. Everybody wants to be famous. Hey, you want to be a star? Buy these boots.
Right.
So
I hope she still has those boots.
Well, I hope Mo got him back for her, and I wonder if it'll happen this season. So, or at least buy her new ones. Excuse me. I keep yawning. What's going on?
No, girl.
I don't know. I've been drinking and baking today.
Oh, have you?
It's been a decent day. Yeah, I kind of did this whole thing where I bought sweet potatoes the other day, and then today I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a pie. Because that's kind of what my intention was, and I was like, maybe I'll make something else. I wasn't making anything else. I made a pie. It was easy. It's sitting on the rack right now. And then I also made chocolate chip cookies.
Word.
I'm like that person now, okay?
That girl.
I've been baking. I've been cooking. I'm a regular, like Martha Stewart in the kitchen. Like it's happening.
Good for her.
Yeah. So that's how I get my life. It makes me feel productive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So when they get back to the house, Dara offers Safari some clothes because she.
Oh God, that was hilarious.
Does she feel bad, or does she want to be part of the narrative of like, I helped this bitch out?
Yeah, no, they were definitely like, is she being cool about it? And then the fact that Safari like snapped and she was just like, ah, hell no, you're just trying to make yourself look good.
Well, that's the whole thing is like she didn't want to be a charity, and that you're not going to use me, and then I'm going to have to owe you too in this competition because you gave me something. I think that's part of it. Part of it is if you still had shit left to give, why didn't you leave it all there? You know what I mean? Like, so, which is very, very true, which kind of comes back and bites the other girls in the ass a little bit later about if you had extra stuff. So, because not everybody gave everything back, gave everything up. So, so in here we have, oh my God, I lost my place in my notes. I wrote them way too frantically today. Oh yeah, so they have you fat ass, you fake fat ass, you fake fat ass. Yeah, you don't know. They both yelled at the same time. I have it like they both went, you don't know me, like in canon at the same time, like they practiced it. Like it was very much like the old Mari, fights. You don't know me. Like, do you ever go back and watch any of those?
All the time.
Oh my God. What is the bitch's name? It's the pregnant teenager. And she was like, I'm trying to get pregnant and I've had sex with over 99 people and I don't even give a crap. I've had sex in my mom's bed. If I don't get enough money for the things that I need to get for my baby, I'll steal it. Like, those are the best ones.
Yes.
So, if I can figure out how to like hold clip show in here, we will do that.
Just throw them in here.
I mean, for real, yeah, I would steal it. I'm gonna look for it. We're gonna watch it before the episode's over today. So then we have so you don't know me, you sick of your fat ass. And so then we have Mo. She calls them all in. Okay, who's gonna win this competition? She goes around, and Shay and Dara have the least amount. Basically, they've raised the least amount of money out of everybody. I'm sorry, Shatar and Dara.
Yeah,
oh
Shatar
my God! This is why we need to kick people out because their names are too damn close. This is the problem. So anyways, so Shatar and Dara, they were able to get rid of enough stuff. Dara didn't want to get rid of a lot of her clothes. Shatar's clothes weren't good enough to get rid of. So that's something. Then we have, she basically goes around the room and she says that, okay, so and Laylene, you guys are at $842 and you guys are really, really great. And then she goes in and Shay and Larissa, you guys had $875 or whatever that number was.
The gag with that, they were so like happy.
They're like, woo,
oh my God, we did it.
And then she was like, but Laylene gave.
Bitch, you thought though.
Yeah, you thought, but you were not correct. So she basically she's like, Laylene gave away her ring. It's her mom's ring. Her dead mom's ring. Her dead mom's ring. She gave her dead mom's ring. You guys know that her mom died? Her mom died and left her a ring.
She had
and
rings.
She gave it.
No, she let here.
She gave everybody a dead ring. So, so they basically, that puts the girls over $900 and something. They gave the most. And then what they also do is these two girls, they win a special shopping spree at Forever 21.
Bitch, yes.
Forever 21, girl.
Yes.
Can you imagine? Do you remember those days?
I would be in heaven.
Huh? I own like so many like random things from Forever 21. Like Nelson's always buying us stuff for like whenever we have to do PECs, like on a Monday or on the Sundays. I don't know what day it is anymore. We in Quar. So on Saturdays when we would do those third parties, Nelson would be like, oh, I got us all these stalker glasses, and they would look like, Jeffrey Dahmer glasses that we would all wear for the day. So they have good stuff there, But that being said, I'm still looking for that Maury thing. Mari, if I don't get pregnant by the time I'm 13 years old, I'm gonna have a baby. I need to find that. I need to find that so bad. That is like fodder for everything in the world. Okay, so these girls, they win. They win this trip over to Forever 21. Now they get to pick another team that gets to go with them to Forever 21.
That was shady of them though to pick the other girls. But I did notice that though, because their only excuse of why they picked them was because they said like congratulations or something.
They were the only ones, and everybody else gave them shade. And honestly, I'm probably the same kind of a petty bitch. Because the thing is like, I don't care if we kick it all the time. If you're going to be mad at me because I won, bitch, you're not coming with me. I'm going to Forever 21 with my fake friend with the bad weave. That's what's going to happen. So, and that's essentially what had happened. So they didn't give her a congratulations. So kick rocks, bitches. We're going to go get ourselves some spandex tops.
Yes.
It's time for Forever 21 Ariana Grande collection. Ha! So this is when the girls go back, and we got Larissa and Shay. So these girls, they all go to the shopping spree. It is the most broke down shopping spree too. They're just pulling stuff off of mannequins because this store is going through phases. But they all, that's Shay and Larissa, they're back at the crib, and they're like, we need to do something because this fake bitch is hard. We've had enough of her. We're done. We hate her. So like, we're gonna kill her in her sleep. But before we do that, we're gonna first steal a picture from Laylene and put it under her mattress because she's been known.
They're little brats. They're so stupid.
It is so shady. And the thing is Larissa just lies, man. She can just lie.
She sure does.
And it's so funny. So while that is happening, the girls, Safari goes and talks to Mo. And she basically says, she explains her situation from the day before, why she was so crazy. And then she also lets them know that, you know, my dad died, another dead parent. This is reality shows. I get it. You want to win, so you got to use your dead parents.
You need one of those to win.
My mom left me at a bus stop. But like, you need to like adversity, and so if your mom left you at a bus stop, that's what you're gonna do. So in this situation, it's that. So she goes down there and tells this is what the situation is. I was very, very hurt. And then Mo like puts the things together that like, oh, so since your dad died and took everything away from you, that's why you're crazy now. That's why you want to beat a girl's ass in that bed back in Flavor One for a season. That's why you are the way that you are. Mo feels like she's Dr. Phil all of a sudden. She went there, she got her degree, and she all of a sudden can now tell these girls what's going on. What is going up, what is coming down. So in all of that, she excuses her. They say, I love you, boo. I love you too, Mo. So, and it's like, she's 14 years old again. Like, I don't understand. How old is Safari?
Yeah, she does. She does act very
yes. So we have basically Larissa, what's called the girls all come back from Forever 21. They all teeter up the stairs. It was very bad girls' house, like how they were walking up the steps with all their clothes. They're like, we're bad. I might fall. I'm so good with this.
I know, that was so stupid.
So much. But then these girls get up. When they get up, they what do you call it? The picture's missing. Laylene is looking. She can't find the picture. Well, I just
find it funny because I'm like, where does Laylene have them? That like, does she? Where they under the bed? Like, does she every time she comes into the room, does she check for the pictures? Like, I don't know. I just thought it was funny that she's like, let me look for the pictures right now.
It looked like she was putting stuff away, and like her pictures usually sit next to her, like next to it. Because I would imagine that that you would have your pictures of like your mom and your dad and all, like your dead mom. You would have a picture of your dead mom.
Of course.
You would have a picture of your kids next to your bed. So and they weren't there. Yeah. So she's like, looking around for them. And this is so shady. So she goes to look under Shatar's stuff. She doesn't see anything. She goes and looks around the house. She goes and asks the other girls. The other girls are like, well, you know, Shatar, she's like, that bitch. She does that kind of shit. You should check under her stuff. And they just plant these little seeds. Go get Shatar. Go get Shatar. And Shatar walks in with her plate of food. She ate this plate of food for 4 hours, okay? Because they just kept stopping her from eating. I felt bad.
I would be so upset, honestly. I was like, how dare you? I'm like, let me finish.
Okay. Here's my big problem with this scene. Shatar comes in with a plate of food, like she gonna kick it on the bed, wearing the wig. Why are you still wearing your wig when you're trying to kick it at home? Take that off, put on a head wrap, Chill. Lay your head.
It's her real hair.
Not only that, but she had rollers in it. All half-assed. Like, take that shit off, put it on a doorknob, and make those curls look.
A doorknob.
He was not fooling anybody. Is that the one that you curl?
I was straightening one, actually. She's hanging on, like, a little hanger.
I need to find that. Okay, so then, let's see. We have, so they tell Laylene, oh, we don't have it. We don't know what happened to it. You should look under Shatar's bed. She comes in there. Larissa comes in there, sits next to Laylene, picks up the bed, goes through, grabs you know what I mean? Like, she leaves her there, and Laylene never figures it out either. Like, it never dawns on her for the whole rest of the episode that this bitch led me to water. Like, she's the one who said, drink this, bitch. Like, she really did. She took her there, and she got through with it. And then what she did was she turned it around, and she was basically like, Shatar, she probably did it herself. Laylene took her own picture and put it underneath your bed. This is some mastermind manipulation shit. Like, this is stuff that people do backstage at like clubs when there's a bunch of, like, you know, go-go's.
That's some, like, pageant shit, girl.
Yeah, have you seen my money? Have you seen it? I left like my tips back here. I left my tips back here. Oh, I think she put her tips inside of her other bag and she's trying to get more money. You know what I mean? It's basically that situation. I've seen it happen before.
Yes.
So they do this whole thing, and then that's when Laylene goes to Mo, and so. I love that Mo is in, like, her office. She's like, apparently a lot of shit went down today. Y'all bothering me.
I know, she's like, these girls are just thieves and doing the most.
She was so annoyed that these girls were just hanging out. It's like she had to keep on putting her shoes back on because somebody had to keep coming in the room. Like, you know, she was just
having to put her wig back on.
So Laylene gives her side of the story. My picture's missing, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't find it. Well, boo, where did you think you left it? Yeah, I did this. And so it was under Shatar's bed, so Shatar must have stole it. Shatar, they pull her into the room, and she was like, well, if I would have taken it, I would have said something. Which is very true. Shatar is a shady one, but she actually does cop up to things. That's the other thing, is that Shatar is not that bitch who won't. She likes to be shady. She likes to be like, look what I mastermind. And she never admitted this. They should have known. Shatar, she thinks that happened. So now we have the carpet ceremony. So everybody's going in there. And so I just love this, is that they're all talking shit about each other. They all work these mental manipulations on each other's asses. Like, they are just going for it. And so Larissa's just like, she doesn't want Shatar there anymore. She's like okay with Laylene this week, but it's all about Shatar. And so she can't get rid of Laylene because Laylene won. So she's gonna go for this other bitch. And so she's like, well, she's evil champ with a bad weave, and I'm sending her home.
Yes, evil little tramp with a bad weave. That's exactly what I wrote.
Yes. So it's just funny though, because as they're up there, like, Keith shades every bitch on that panel on the carpet. Like, Keith is like, look, Shatar, you brought crappy shitty dresses that nobody would have wanted with stains on them, and they smell bad. How did you think that those were couture? Shatar, we hate your wig, Shatar. Shatar, we don't like the way that you talk. Like, they just went in on her. Like,
and she's just there with her little weird grin, just blinking.
She's like, blink, 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 with her hair.
Yes, your hair.
Her hair with the part. Let's do it.
Yes.
She's like, hey guys. When she had a roller in it, she just had like.
I know.
It was tragic. It was tragic. This is what her wig looked like, people. Anyways, Keith goes in on and so does Mickey a little bit. They're like, Larissa and Jay, it seemed like you didn't want to give away any of your good clothes, and you were maybe not really giving from your whole heart. Oh, sorry. Don't follow me to my car, please. Don't. I'm
Please
scared.
don't hurt me.
Mo, I'm scared. Like you just want her to just like, no, I don't like these girls. Like, but so basically, Mo's already made her decision.
Yeah.
Like, Dara is a waste of space. She's not really doing shit while she's there, and Shatar stolen the pass. And this whole thing about how Shatar, there's no way of us to know who really took the picture. It's like bullshit, bitch. Go in the control room upstairs and go roll the tape back. And
oh my god, that's what we're talking about. I'm like, girl, there's cameras everywhere. Like, how can you not?
Yeah, and so the thing is I don't like that because there's like this whole suspension there of like, how does Mo know about everything else that these girls weren't flirtatious on the
but
one?
But for that, she was like, no, I didn't see that. Didn't happen.
Yeah. And the thing is, and it was just kind of like she needs to keep Larissa around because it's better TV, so she's not going to think. And she does give Larissa and Shay a moment there to also say, hey, y'all take it. And they're like, nope.
Yeah. Well, like, she still wants them around, you know? Yeah, exactly.
That's going to come back and bite them in the ass so hard, though.
Well, I'm excited for next week's episode because you saw who's coming back for next week, right?
New York. She's coming back next week. Spoiler alert. If you haven't watched it in 2007, spoiler alert. But I love that, like, when Mo basically tells her, she's like, look, since you were a thief in the past, when you do clownery bites you in the ass. I've never heard that quote before, but apparently it's a quote that people use. When you do clownery will bite you in the ass. And so she expels them. Donna fakes this whole crush thing, or Dara. I'm so bad with names. Dara, she's like, well, I wanted to stay, and it just feels like, it was like, man, I was like, damn. It was like, you're being a character, bitch. Go home. Go home.
I feel like, again, yeah, just Mo wanted her out, but she definitely used the excuse that, but like we said, the two girls are leaving, and because she's leaving, you're leaving. Sorry, bye.
Yeah, and the thing is, but we knew that Dara, we don't want her around anymore. I have an ice pack in the cold because I carried 4 bushels of candy up here. So, good girl. Anyway, so they expel them. Then Mo does say, whoever took that pic, and if it wasn't this girl, it's going to come back and haunt you tenfold. And so it's like, ooh, what's going to happen? Larissa basically is like proud of herself.
She did, the plan worked. But it's funny though, because Shay for a minute, she was like, I wish I didn't do that.
That's because she realized Larissa doesn't give a shit. I think that's what she realized too. My friend is fucked up crazy. And the thing is, the next episode is about to expand into that because these two girls are going to be at each other's throats. They do show that in that preview, is that Shay's like, what did we say? What did Larissa say that I did? You know what I mean? Because Larissa's going to throw Shay under the bus. And I think that's when Shay realized here is that Larissa can lie and not feel bad about it. And like you can see Shay does. I think Shay's a better person than Larissa. I mean, like, come on.
Oh, yeah, 100.
And like, she's just like, I'm not cool with this, and I'm scared, but whatever. Like,
yeah,
it's just very much a thing. So, Mo gives Laylene back her ring, which is very nice of her that she went and got a ring, and that's so.
I know, I saw that. You know what? I wanted more theatrics out of Leilani or Laylene or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's a little boring. She's like a little like sleepy and a little like she's falling into the winds. It's really how you put it down. Is like that she's safe because it's by accident the whole entire time. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting though, because next week we have New York coming back. You know what her and Pumpkin are like together.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Oh
so, yeah, Pumpkin's still there. And then we also, because I do know that's part of that's one of the previews for like the whole season was like, when she goes to Pumpkin, she was like, "Do you feel bad about spitting in my face, like or whatever?" Like that. There's gonna be a moment of that.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah. I'm excited for that.
So it'll be cute next week, and then we'll probably do both 9 and 10 the same week because I think 9 is just a clip show. I don't think it's a full show with elimination. So we'll figure that out. But this has been like cute. It's been fun to like go back down memory lane and just kind of like watch these things because like 2007 things were crazy back then, girl. Okay. Like
I just graduated high school.
Really?
I was working at KFC.
So old right now. like completely.
Yep.
You were working at KFC. How many people have free food?
Oh, bitch! I got so fat working there.
Oh my god! While we're talking, I'm gonna see if I can pull this little clip up because it'll be too funny. I wonder if I can. I know
there's a way for you to stream what's like playing on your computer.
So, anyways, this has been a like really cute like recap of this, and so I don't want to go ahead and push something else through. I don't know if I can find this like little clip. So this is like not very riveting entertainment right now for people. So, Mari, I'm 13, and I'm gonna hit possible 2 dead daddies. Anyways, we will find those and we will put them on the next episode. Other than that, this has been a cute little chat. We did talk about some Drag Race, so if people are watching this, you guys can go ahead and back up into the beginning of the episode where we talk about Drag Race fodder, what's happening right now with the season. We do a little bit of, I do talk a little bit out of school about booking queens. And then other than that, this has been a good little episode here with BEBE GUNN today for Charm School. You guys can go ahead and send on over tips to BEBE if you guys would like to. It's down there on the ticker right now, helping out with the choir. You know, we're all just helping each other out. Other than that, this week, tomorrow, I actually come back with another Star Wars talk. We're going to be doing the sequel trilogy. This is the one based on the Disney stuff, all the brand new ones. Yes. So we're going to play some games with that and just kind of be a little bit different because they're so current and they're so right now. It's not like, where were you when the Skywalker saga came out, where Rise of Skywalker came out? Because that was like 2 years ago. Come on, you know? So, or that was like 3 months ago. I don't know anymore. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what day it is. Okay. But so that's what'll be happening. And then this week, also on Friday, we'll do another reality show recap with the Bravo people. That'll be with Gunther and Nelson. And that's on Fridays. We do Beverly Hills Housewives. We do a little bit of New York. We talk Vanderpump Rules. And we even talked Atlanta this past week because they're doing their final right now. If you do not watch Atlanta Housewives, BB, you should check it out. At least check out the reunions. Don't watch anything else. Like the episode that we'll show tonight, watch like this one and one of last week because these bitches go in so hard on each other. Like one is like telling like we got Portia who's over here and she's like, look at your chest. Your titties are social distancing from each other. I mean, they say stuff like that about each other. So it's like it is worth the watch.
I saw the first season.
Oh no, it's different now. It's completely different people. Nene's an asshole now. Like Nene used to be like the all-star, and now she's kind of ruined her legacy with what she's been doing on there. So yeah. She's just not as good as she used to be. So let her go. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this one up. We've been on just about an hour right now, and I'm trying to ramble and all that kind of a thing. And so I will look for those Mari Povich things, and we'll put those on, and we'll have some fun with them. Other than that, see you guys later. Do go ahead and follow Miss BEBE GUNN on Instagram at Queef on Your Beef. And she will queef on your beef if you ask her nicely. You guys can follow me at Dangilo GoGo. Have a really great weekend. This has been us talking about Charm School. Binge Bitches. We'll be back again tomorrow. See you guys later. Bye. Mwah.